Little scoop, you don't know what I got.
You're listening to FM 100.9, AM 1450, Fun Oldies, and welcome to the fastest hour in radio. All about cars. All about cars. Brought to you by ABC Motors Prescott with your host, David, don't call me Dave Spence, and Big Mike Hill.
Notice how he tried to fix that.
Well, he did fix it. The show is all about cars, and we are all about cars. So, and we're all about cars. So you got it right, and I like it. And so Miss Trish has come up with a solution to help them save a little money on the Mother's Day gift and really set the tone properly for Mother's Day. What do you got going, Trish?
I have a great idea because Mother's Day is all about mom. And so at Prescott Flower Shop, we've decided that whoever will claim this list, and we still have it here in the studio, just come on, step forward. And what we will do is we will put you on the air with Big Mike and David, and just be brave and tell us, yeah, this is my list, and you know what? We will give you a gift certificate to help you so you can get something nice and beautiful and fragrant and gorgeous hand-delivered to Mom's home.
It'll be more than $10, won't it?
It will be.
Nice.
And
nice.
It's all about Mom. She's worth it. She is so totally worth it. So come on.
So
come forward.
Will this person have enough guts to come forward?
I think so.
It sounds pretty tempting to me. So all they got to do, call the flower shop. Mm-hmm. You'll get them in touch with us and get them scheduled to be on the show next week. We'll have them in the studio. They fess up to this, and David or I or you will hand them a gift certificate that they can go and use at the Prescott Flower Shop.
That's right. And all you have to do is claim this list and get up bright and early Saturday morning.
Now, here's the question, Trish. What if their mother doesn't like flowers? Can they still get something from you?
We have all kinds of things. We have chocolates, and we have green plants, teddy bears, jewelry. And we have a lot of one-of-a-kind items, so you can always preview our store before you come forward and claim this grocery list.
Nice. Well, or do it the other way. Don't even preview. Just
preview.
Call up, come by, whatever, and say, Trish, that's my list.
Yeah.
I want to go.
And you never need to have an excuse to drop by and see us. We are open 6 days a week.
Which day are you closed?
Sunday.
Oh, okay.
You know something?
But we're taking care of Mom on Mother's Day Sunday. So we're going to be very busy. We'll be busy.
Open. So if I've been me and I didn't remember to get my mother-in-law her flowers or something nice for Mother's Day, instead of me fumbling around in Fry's or Walmart, I can actually come and get something nice on Sunday?
You can. We will save the day. Amazing. That's what florists do.
That's what the local florists do when they are Prescott Flower Shop.
Yes, that's what they do.
Awesome. Speaking of people that do things amazing, Scott, you got me in trouble last week.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
You asked me where the hair layer was, and I got it wrong.
You got it wrong.
It wasn't wrong. It's just something you made up, I think, on accident.
You made it up.
Well, I said it was on the corner of Hillside and Highway 89, and unfortunately, Hillside runs a little short of there.
Yeah.
The reality is it's Hillsdale, right on the corner of Hillsdale and Highway 89, right between Twin Lakes Market and the Rockin' Dog, is the hair layer, where Aaron can be seen cutting Batman's hair on a regular basis. All you got to do is swing by there and surprise her. Tell her you heard it from us, or as David likes to say, tell her you saw it on the radio.
Yeah, it's always better that way.
Yeah.
She's at the traffic circle, so just slide on through. Don't continue on to CV because, hey, you're there to get your hair cut.
Now, Trish, Erin's done your hair too,
yes, she
correct?
has.
We established last week that she does David's hair, and that's monumental,
right.
But she does your hair also.
I got highlights, and they're gorgeous. I loved them.
Awesome.
Yes.
And I did check with her, though, Scott, between me getting chewed out and apologizing, I did throw out your question about if she can make you look like Wolverine.
Yes.
She said, definitely.
Oh, man, I'm already halfway there.
She said she can't do anything for the arms or the chest, but she can take care of the head.
I'm like the over-the-top Wolverine, you know.
The Dunkin' Donuts version of Wolverine.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that, and I apologize. Kind of. But
I got one of those radio faces. If she can make me more Wolverine-y, that would be great.
Well, she'll have to make you sound Wolverine-y, too.
Hey, bub.
Perfect.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. So, David, tell us what'd you see at the swap meet?
What did we see at the swap meet? Well, we saw a whole lot of stuff. Actually, give you an idea about roughly how big it is. If you think you ever drive by Galpin's place, you get an idea of roughly how big that swap meet is. And we saw things all the way from, like 1903 all the way up to World War II. There are a bunch of cars for sale, of course. There's some that are restored, some that aren't. I could have walked home with a 1903 Winton. I thought that was pretty cool. Or a 1903 Cadillac. Both of those were beautiful. But there's parts galore. You really go there to get all these neat little things you couldn't otherwise get. And it's kind of amazing because I picked up a Kissel key tag piece that's old for a Kissel car. That means it's pre-1917, and there it's sitting right there. Got that. Got a 1912 Kissel Prestige catalog. You don't even find these, but it's at that swap meet. And there's stuff for other makes. I just happen to like Kissels, but there's just tons of stuff for all these different makes that you can find, and you won't see stuff other places, and they don't stick this stuff on eBay anymore.
Now, for people that don't know, David, what is a Kissel?
What is a Kissel? A Kissel is a car made from 1906 to 1931, 25 years, which makes it in the U.S. very, very successful in Hartford, Wisconsin by the Kissel Motor Car Company. And they made what you would call upper-class cars. You would think of them as being on par with Packards at the time. And the cars frequently sold to very famous people such as Amelia Earhart. And Roscoe Fatty Arbuckle, who a lot of people nowadays wouldn't say, who the hell was he? He happened to be the highest paid star as a comedian during the silent film era. And the cars are exceptionally distinctive, and today very rare. They made over those 25 years approximately 31,000 vehicles.
That's a lot of cars for that time.
It is for that time, especially when they're all hand-built, and the company basically made almost the entire car, the entire history, which for a small car company is pretty amazing.
Very cool. I'm just kind of taken back for a moment. I was thinking, Scott, could you imagine how hard it would be to be a stand-up comic in the silent film era? You'd go home every day. They just don't get it.
Imagine how much Charlie Chaplin actually had to say.
Did you know Charlie Chaplin? Did you know that one time he lost a Charlie Chaplin lookalike contest that he entered?
I heard something about that before,
I
yeah.
could believe that.
It is a fact. It is an absolute fact. We do have a question from one of our followers on Facebook. Remember, you can always follow the show on Facebook at facebook.com/allaboutcarsradio. And you can go there and you can find old segments of our show. You can send us stuff. You can enter contests. We have sponsors giving stuff away all the time. But I did get a question message to me, and they could have posted it instead of messaging because that way everybody could kind of see it. But they messaged.
So they asked us a question, and I hope it's not, why the hell are you on the radio?
No, they like me.
They haven't seen your picture, have they?
Well, that's why they know I'm on the radio. What they want to know is, they said, when I drive down the road, I hear a high-pitch squeal from the front driver's side wheel. When I go around a left-hand corner, it goes away, and it gets worse when I go around a right-hand corner. And they'd like to know what it is or what they think it might have been. So I did get some feedback from one of our sponsors.
Which one of the sponsors?
From ABC Service Center down at 316 South Montezuma. I talked to Jason, and I do have some answers. But before we do that, I think it's going to be kind of fun to say to somebody that may or may not know off the top of their head, Scott, have you ever had such a problem?
I got a guess on what it could be.
That didn't answer my question.
No, but you know what, my cars,
you
the
can't
cars
hear
that I
anything in
own,
your car.
no, they don't even, I wind it up. It's got a rubber band.
I know, and you turn up the radio when it starts making noise, and the noise goes away.
Cars I've all owned predate
It works.
1978.
There you
And
go.
I have had that problem in cars.
You have. So
Yes.
what would you suspect the problem is?
It sounds like the brake squealer's making contact on the rotor.
That's a very, very good guess, and you're referring to the feelers or markers that when the brake pads get very low, as you apply the brakes, they start ringing, creating the squeal to tell you, hey, my brakes are kind of low. I should be looking at new pads.
Right.
That is not what it is in this case, but you're absolutely right. That is a great assessment. The difference between that and what's going on is the turning left and right, changing it.
Oh, so what does that make it?
Well, it makes it. The answer comes in our next segment.
Oh, no. It's a cliffhanger. Damn, we're doing what everybody else does on radio.
Ryan Seacrest has nothing on us.
I know. And after these messages, we'll get back to why your car is falling apart.
There you go. Yeah, we will
That's
have
a
the
good
answer.
one.
We will have the answer after these words from our sponsors and a couple radio commercials there.
All right, you're listening to AM 1450, FM 100.9, Fun Oldies.
Do 140 in the top end floor. She's my little loose coupe. You don't know what I got.